Another day, another dime.
That's right. Long time no see. And long time no, I've not played this game in at least like a year or two. So this will be fun. I mean, we're gonna go here, I guess. Sure. Hello, because I don't want any friends.
Mission selected and locked in. Time to board the drop pod.
Long time no see. We're just gonna kind of hang out. Because I haven't streamed in like 3 weeks. That was physically me recoiling. Why I misspoke there, by the way. Not just because my mouth doesn't work. Like 50% at least. We'll go 66. We'll go 100. If it's too loud, hopefully somebody will tell me, but too quiet in my ears. We'll leave it 66. I am far from an expert. 69, why not? That's what? 7/9? No. I don't know, math is hard. I'm far from an expert on audio, and I'm just looking at the little decibel bar, and I'm going, getting up into yellow when I'm not even doing anything is probably too loud. I don't know. Oh yeah, okay, so what are my excuses for taking this long to stream again? That's not the... No, that's not the button to build a sentry. Rolls we come. My excuses are the last time I streamed, I was coming off of being sick. And I don't know, I just felt like streaming on that day. Despite that, I wasn't in complete pain, so I was like, you know what, fine, I want to. My desire to stream won out my, my actual, pain at that exact moment. And then the days after, I was like, nah, I wanna get fully better, and just hang out. And I did. And about the time I started to feel like I could get back into streaming again, I got sick again with something else completely different. And it was pretty bad. I get chronic headaches, like hereditary migraines from my mother. I hate that woman. And they got really bad for like a week and a half. And then after that, I pretty much have no excuses. I had an appointment I was supposed to go to. There is no control that I can see here that's just like build. Nope, it's not that button still. Left for flashlight. X, Z, C. C is Bosco. V is that. Good. Yeah, thank you. Bessie? Betty? Mule? I don't remember this thing's Nicholas name. I only know its nickname. Well, its Nicholas name would be... That's melee. Oh, that is also a grenade. But I have none of these grenades. Oh, it's okay. It's 4 on my keybinds. Why am I stupid? Why did I not realize that? Okay, we can actually play the game now. After I use all of my distraction grenades, of course. Challenge run. I'm just that good. Again, it's been like over a year, probably closer to 2 since I've played this game at all. So that's gonna be... that is my submission, okay. So that's gonna be fun, but we'll get through it. But yeah, I came back from being sick a second time, and I was like, okay, that's cool and all. And I probably could have been back to streaming, like, right after that, but I had an appointment coming up, and my sleep schedule was not only not suited for making it to that appointment, but also to stream. I was like, well, I gotta unfuck that. And I did just in time to go to the appointment. And then I go to the appointment, and, you know, we walked into the appointment place, you know, the place where I was going to get an appointment, as you do. And we were physically in there. We didn't make a phone call or anything. They gave us a little card that was like, all right, here's your appointment time and stuff. And so when I went to that appointment, we go in and they're like, okay, so you don't have an appointment. It's not in our system at all. You're gonna have to go fuck yourself. And I was like, I literally have an appointment card that somebody at the front desk, you know, had to have written out for me, and I would know because I was there. So, like, did they just give me the card and then not actually put it in the system, or like what went on there? So, what is the... Yeah, recall sentry guns. So that was fun. Didn't really inhibit me from streaming, but it's, you know, add it to the list of minor annoyances. And then other than those things, I've kind of just, once again, having more of a life than I would like. I'm not used to having this much of a life. I'm used to having nothing but free time. So I kind of hate when things actually happen. Because it's weird. It's unnatural. But, it's calmed down again, at least for now. I haven't been doing nothing. I've actually been getting some good work done on my upcoming video that I had wanted to release by the end of this month. But given that there's only 2 days left in the month, I can guarantee you that that won't happen now, unfortunately. Which is just sometimes how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Okay, I think... Okay, I was about to say I think I figured out how to play this game again, and then I threw a flare when I meant to deposit, so I don't. I lied. I lied, worst of all, to myself. I should also mention that not only has it been a long-ass time since I've played... Oh, I can tell him to do stuff. I should be doing that more. Not only has it been a long-ass time since I've played this game, but when I did play this game, it was the first time I had ever played it. And I basically played it in one big sprint. Like, the first time I played this game was the last time I played it. And I was addicted to it for like a week and a half. And then after that, I never touched it again. Since. But I quite like it. It would be more fun if I had friends, I'm sure. I have one singular real-life friend, and he does own this game. But he would rather play Helldivers, and I'm like, bro, this is just Helldivers, but like, was way before Helldivers. How do I tell the man to do the thing? Hold on.
Help me mine this.
Okay, I think I rebound it. I don't like that sound that I just heard, but I'm not gonna turn. I should probably turn. I should definitely turn. The hell was that? Oh, one of these guys shot at me. Okay. Ow. 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 Okay. I did do slightly above default difficulty, so I guess I shouldn't be so surprised that I'm just getting my ass beat. Hey! 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 Or what the hell? Oh, I need to pick those up too. Fuck. My dumbass thought Bosco would pick them up. Holy shit! Holy shit!
Sentry gun needs assembling.
Okay.
See you in hell.
Bosco, help!
I could use a drone here.
Bosco, help!
Thanks, Bosco.
You. I need to keep these turrets up and just don't let them not be up. That's imperative. We're getting to the point where I'm actually playing the game now, and I'm realized that I was not getting as back into the swing of things as I thought I was.
Reloading.
I don't want to reload it, I want to get rid of it. Oh, now was not a good time to do that. Alright. I didn't want to whip out my bullshit cop-out weapon, but not doing the great right now.
Access provided. One sentry gun ready to be built.
This is the place where I'm actually supposed to be. Good job.
Weapon ready.
Where's the fucking robot? Where is it? But yeah, I'm a boring person. I have nothing else to talk about other than I guess some cool stuff has happened in the past 3 weeks. Like gaming sphere news that I could talk about. Not that that's really my MO as a tuber. But I don't know. I got my life is the internet. And that's like the sphere that I'm in, so I ain't got other shit to talk about. Are you kidding me? Wrong. Correct. One day I'll figure out the controls. This guy should be close to here. This isn't him. This is a rock. I just mined. Turn that in, and then we're gonna see if I can't see with my... There it is. Okay. I didn't see that before. Found. Spotted. Alright. Whatever's hitting me, I would appreciate it if it fucked off. Ah.
Take care of this.
Kill it, Bosco.
Go here.
Oh, come on. Ugh. Trying to live my best life out here, man. Oh, I just placed a new sentry, okay. Been a while since I've played this game. Beat its ass. Beat its ass until it's dead, Bosco, please. Oh, there's a gold guy. Those are rare. Ow. Bosco, are you doing anything up there? I'm sure this game has been updated in the time since I've last played it. Do not recognize this creature. But yeah, that would make sense if I don't recognize it. It just got like added to my bestiary. All right. Where the hell is this thing? It was right here, wasn't it? Am I crazy? Am I losing my mind? I think I am. Alright. Where's this other one? I mean, I think I saw it. Actually, now that I use my brain for about 4 seconds. God damn it. I have to get up there. Alright, I'm getting distracted. As per usual. As is par for course when it comes to me. Something very important you should know about me. If you haven't picked up on it already. Or, I mean, even if it is something that could be picked up on. I don't know, but... Me, when I am by myself... Low energy. Without... direction. Lost. Me with other people? I am the danger. I am the one who's like, I'm gonna do something fucking stupid. I'm always the one cracking jokes. So, I don't expect anything too crazy from me streaming by myself. Which again, I have no friends, so that is par for course. But I don't know, maybe you like that. Maybe it's relaxing for you. But I'm not excited to have to scale an entire goddamn wall. I could be fucking losing my absolute mind right now. But I'm pretty goddamn... Is this it? Oh no, this is Molly. Molly is its name. I couldn't come up with that on the fly. I was like, I don't remember this goddamn thing's name. And then without thinking, I was like, oh, Molly. I was seeing Molly before. Which, to be fair, to my dumbass, I am repairing broken mules. Mini mules, but still mules. They look the same, just smaller. So... Easy mistake, I think. I could, in theory, tell Bosco to, like, rocket this thing. Oh no, I couldn't. It's pretty firmly on this ledge. This is annoying. There's one here, but I think literally the rest that I need are going to be down below. This is terrible, actually. We're gonna... Can I drop you? That would be nice. I'm getting killed. That's bullshit. I 100% got that off. This should have broke my fall. Unless I don't... Oh, did I land on that goddamn, like, 1/4 of a machine gun? I'm gonna kill somebody. You. I thought dissolve. That was bullshit. Isn't that just the way playing engineer in this game is, though? Damn, I need juice. Oh, I'm out of fucking ammo. I don't remember how to fucking... Here we go, it's 5 key. I want to see if I can bullshit this. Yes. Yes. It looks good.
Resupply ordered.
Gonna work?
Nitro's been withdrawn.
Tell me this works.
Supply pod is inbound.
Yes!
Time to restock. Grabbing ammo.
I still got it.
One sentry gun ready to
Only one mission for me to get my bearings back. It's pretty good, I
One
think.
sentry gun ready to be built.
And again, I haven't played this game in probably like 2 years. Pretty good. Not bad, not bad at all. Alright. I almost buried this thing, dude. Almost fucking buried it doing that. I didn't though, I got it down. Bless.
Well done. The mule is working again.
Alright, now... Oh! I was about to ask, where's the other one? And then I saw the... that. Okay. We're gonna let this wave pass first, I
Killer be
think.
killed.
Yep. Motherfucker dodged. Hey! This is like the most busted weapon in the game, by the way. There's a reason you only get like 6 shots. I think I had like 18 total. It was a full capacity. Busted as hell. Penetrates a ton of things. Breaks armor, does a bunch of damage. Busted as hell.
I made a platform.
Yeah, I prefer engineer in this game, but my next favorite
Coordinates transferred.
class is
Gotta
probably
check my
Scout,
terrain
which is
scan.
like everybody's favorite class. Really not. It's not. Least favorite's probably the gunner, which also I don't think is a very controversial opinion. I wouldn't say any of them are bad, it's just, you know, one of them has to be the least good. The only reason I really like the digger more than the gunner is, I mean, obviously the utility of the gunner is kind of disappointing. The zipline. The movement for the other classes is just better, in my opinion.
Lift it, oppressor down.
Goddamn space, bro.
Watch and learn. Needs assembly.
Anyway,
Weapon ready.
the utility for the gunner is just like
This one's for Carl.
disappointing. The zipline, not great. And other than that, the only reason I like the digger more is because flamethrower option. I am not super. I think so. I don't remember what they're called, but like the extra things that you can give your weapons, like on top of the base weapon. Whatever the hell those are called. I like just barely unlocked the ability to do those when I was playing this game. And I think I unlocked one of them for the engineer because obviously the engineer is my guy. My favorite class. Other than that though, I was kind of just like
Platform.
really scraping the surface of that mechanic. Yeah, I like this game. I would like to play it more, if not for the fact that I don't know, there's other games to play and I don't have friends. God damn it. I was saying it before, but I don't think I finished. If that isn't just engineer in this game in a nutshell, you get the thing where you can land on platforms to break your fall, and then you fall from a height like this, and you're like, oh, I better place a platform. And then, like, a pixel of terrain is what you actually land on, and then you shatter your kneecaps entirely. On a floating pixel of terrain. Playing fucking Worms, dude.
Die, flee. I was born ready.
Are those legs up there? Is that why they're glowing? I would assume so. Now, I was talking all this shit about the, you know, I was about to actually give credit to the gunner for his stupid ass zipline for a second there, but it only took me 2 platforms to get up here. And then the scout could have just gone up here immediately, so... Nope, gunner's still bad. Drop pod, that's not necessary. That was a fucking terrible throw, my guy. Actually try to throw it this time, okay? Did I make it? I made it at least. Did I? Oh, there's 2 of them down here. This is all I need. And then we can do the final thing. And then I think I'm going to try and find my favorite mission type. Goes there. Which,
One sentry gun ready to light it up.
Gonna do my submission real quick. These guys are all over the place. They're just slippery. Gonna make Bosco kill him.
It's armed and ready. Boom, boom, right here, Bosco.
Or what? Molly, why? No, we're good. Excellent work, me. Thank you, me.
Mule powering up. Good work.
Now we just gotta... Here, they do give you extra legs, just in case.
Rocket, please.
Nice. Alright, just one more of those. Where could he be? There you go.
Rocket! Bosco, what is that? Fire! Blow it up, Bosco!
Don't hit the terrain. But... Bosco, what are you doing?
I need a rocket here. Support fire, please. Show him some pain, Bosco.
He'll figure that out.
A secondary objective has been achieved. Bonus will be transferred to your accounts on mission completion.
We'll put a turret here.
Sentry gun needs assembling. Ready to shoot.
And one over here is fine.
Sentry gun needs assembling.
Me.
I got the deposits.
You don't need to go all over there.
The mules are heading back. Follow them and let's get
I
that
gotta
drop pod
come
fixed.
back.
Remember, you
I got on ammo.
deposits on the side of the drop pod.
My bullshit weapon looks good.
Oh,
That's a funny, you already have max reload animation.
All mules are secured. Now to get the pod working. First, establishing a proper connection between
Sure.
the pod and the space rig. Set up the uplink.
This guy would usually be a massive problem. And like, he's still no pushover. Still takes like 6
I was born
of these bad boys, but I mean, it only takes 6 of those bad boys. I literally got a full recharge on all of my ammo sitting right here.
Like that.
A little ashamed to have gone down as many times as I did. Well, I can also call 2 supply drops, I think it's. Almost. I mean, there's more right there.
The difference with support rocket. Oh,
Not a rocket. Mine it, you fool. I thought I had to... yeah, okay. I was confused. I forgot a step. Have to tower defense this real quick, and then the mission will be over. And then we can play my favorite mission type. And this very lackluster return to me streaming will... I'll probably do one more mission, but after that it'll be over. I didn't want to do anything crazy today. Try and get back into the motion of the ocean, as it were. That's why I'm streaming Deep Rock and not something I've already streamed before. Not continuing any games I was already playing.
Triangulation at 50%.
got it right between the eyes.
I might play this again. Ideally one day it will be with comrades. I'd like that, especially with comrades. This is just something to stream that's kind of like low commitment, I guess. Didn't want to stream more Voices of the Void because I'll be honest, I haven't checked, but I still don't think that's gotten the update yet that I was waiting for. And even if it has, I didn't know. I didn't check. I'm sorry. And even if it had, then I'd have to like download the new update and move a bunch of shit. Like, I already had this game installed and downloaded, despite the fact that I haven't played it in like 2 years or some shit. I need to turn that feature off on my Steam account for more games. Games that I'm not actively playing should probably not be constantly updated and taking precious GB on my drives. Not that big a deal. I'm not out of GB space yet. Oh yeah, I gotta attach the fuel cells. That one's right next to this. Yeah, there's enough natural light, bro.
Get them connected to the drop pod.
I'll put another turret here. Hate that spot, actually.
One sentry gun ready to be built. Access provided.
The not real mechanical object
Armed and ready.
inhibiting me. Put another one here.
Sentry gun ready to be built.
Alright, then I'll take an ammo.
Locked
Yeah.
and loaded. I'm taking some of the ammo.
Take 1 ammo. Thank you.
Reloading.
I'll probably review my build after this. Just because, you know, I don't really know what my Deep Rock. I think I'm going the wrong way. Too late to pull a Yui. Okay, it's basically on the opposite side. Okay, there was no wrong way. I'm not limited in the amount of those that I can place, so who really cares?
Connected. Now you just need to prep the fuel cells and the charge sequence will begin.
Because I have no friends and play alone is the reason that Engineer's my favorite class, by the way. And is also the reason why I've built 2 turrets, instead of just going all in on 1 turret. I can hold down more of an area that way.
Fuel cells charging. Stay close to keep them operational. We're expecting an...
I would really love to do a 4-player Deep Rock stream where all of us were engineers with double turrets for a total of 8 turrets. I think that would be hilarious. But alas, I am a man, once again, without friends. So, at least not with any friends that would like to play this game with me for some reason. I think I have the wrong friends. What I'm learning about myself in this self-help therapy session of a stream. I have great friend. Singular, importantly. But only because I have one friend. Can I reach this?
You need to stay close to the fuel cells.
Fine. Trying to refuel. Re-ammo, I mean. I'm trying to refuel this. I think I get to just leave after this, so... Not worried about, like, dropping another thing or whatever. Or, like, going to get that ammo. It's fine, it's whatever. Who cares? Who cares? That was funny. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I gotta base defend for a little bit. Yeah, I'll get some ammo.
Getting more ammo.
I got no ammo in my little shoot boys. I should probably get ammo just to amend that, if nothing else. Hey, fuck off. I'm fucking walking here. My brain works in mysterious ways. Once again, returning to the topic of, like, recent gaming news, since I have no other talking points I can think of. And this time actually talking about it instead of getting distracted by something else. Recent Nintendo Direct was cool because I'm actually a big fan of Tamagotchi Life, and I am one of those people that's been like, why is there no new Tamagotchi Life? For years, we've been saying this. And finally, prayers have been answered. I'm very curious to see what the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct is going to have in store. Maybe I should do a live reaction to that. I'm not a very big YouTuber by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. You know, maybe a few people will turn up, and it'll be kind of fun to, like, watch the Direct with someone, essentially. No. I like the idea that as the one person on this mission, if I didn't get into the pod in 1 minute, it would have left without me, and it's like, bro, the whole reason the pod dropped. Yeah, a little ashamed of the amount of times I went down, but you know what? I forgot that I made my guy look like Eggman. So funny looking. I don't even really like Sonic. But I was like, I can make him look like Eggman, so I'm going to. Now, how do I do any of this shit? I don't remember. Is it here? API terminal. Ah, the one that says claim perk points. Okay.
Yes.
Audio just got really crackly in my ear. I'm hoping that's just my headphones, though. Unfortunately, in the time since I've bought these headphones, and they're a great pair of headphones, as someone who has no idea how sound works, especially digitally, they're good. I can't complain about them. They make the sound happen, and I hear it, and it's not terrible. Or at least that was the case before I accidentally dropped them. As I kind of did the thing where I had them on, and I forgot I had them on, and I tried to get up. And then they got fucking ripped off of my head. I slammed onto the concrete. And ever since then, they've been mostly fine, but much like my actual ear holes, that should be fine, even though I've never once abused them, at least not that I can recall. Like, I still get like random bouts of tinnitus every now and again, just because. Just fuck me, I guess.
Go, little man, go!
So similarly, my headphones just randomly they start hissing, and it does go away. It's like digital tinnitus. But you know. Are none of these the ones that like actually get you stuff? I don't remember how any of this shit works. I'm just gonna go in sober. I don't remember how that shit works, and I don't feel like wasting resources when I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Which one of these has my favorite mission? I think it's this one. Both of these, actually. This is probably, like, my favorite region in the game. Oh, Drill Dozer. I thought that was a different icon. Well, that's not my favorite mission type, unfortunately. Or is it, then? Which one is it? No. I don't hate point extraction. I like getting a quarks. It's not my favorite. Is it just not here? Am I stupid? I think this is it. Yeah, okay. Okay, these ones. Well, I also like the Strata, so fuck it. My favorite mission type is the type where you build the pipes and you can scoot around on them. Because of course it is. That's the best mission type. That's just actually a fact. That's not opinion at all. Unfortunately, however, I didn't recognize the icon, and I thought that the little trail was like for building the track. It's actually the push big drill dozer mission. But we're not going to Radiation Land. I like this region too, though. This region's okay. I can see my own breath.
Get ready!
Well, that's kind of weird. Odd.
Targets on several deep wells of liquid morkite, so we're sending in a refinery for you to fill. Set the whole thing up, get it cranking, and let's pump those
It's behind me.
deposits dry. Time to build some pipelines, roughnecks.
Weapon ready! Don't let him fight you!
Wow.
Sentry gun needs assembly.
I just spawned, guys. Chill. Fucking chill. Oh shit. I just spawned. Dear God.
Reloading!
Ow. Ow. Lava. Where's the lava guy? Oh. Oh, you're fucking done, kid. Come here. That's what I thought. Oh, ice? The dude spits lava at me, and now we also have ice?
Platform up!
Can't win. Everything sucks. This bugs? Yeah, I have to kill bugs. Great. Love that for me. Perish.
Armed! One sentry gun ready to be built.
As long as the sentries are up, I can't complain too much about where they are. Something I have not yet done is actually look at the goddamn map. I don't immediately see anything. That's lovely. Alright, we're going this way.
Bosco, here!
Here, kick his ass. Good job.
One platform ready to use.
We're gonna miss building the bridge, and then we're gonna correct build the bridge. In case anybody was curious about my other opinions on any of the games that were March 27th final Nintendo Direct for the Nintendo Switch 1 Direct. Nintendo. I don't have any real strong opinions about anything else that was shown. Because I've never played a Metroid game, and probably the thing I would be the most excited for if I had. But I haven't, so... It looks like Metroid Prime, from what little I know about Metroid Prime. Can't say much more beyond that. I wanted to beat his ass. Why waste bullets when I can just beat his ass? Building bridges is so inefficient. Yo, a little place, a little guy place.
Help me mine this.
A delicious gemstone down here. If I were actually hitting the rock. Or no, there's not. This is just how this area looks now.
We need a pump jack.
Again, been a while since I played this game.
Accepted. Stand clear. Pump jack inbound.
You missed the start of the stream? You didn't miss anything. You missed me not knowing how to play this game.
Let's get the pump jack connected and
I haven't played it in like a couple years. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I appreciate you making it at all, even if you're late. Because let me tell you, it was real awkward when I had nobody here and I had to pretend. Anybody who watches the VOD is gonna be like, man, this guy fucking sucks. And I'm just like, because I wasn't actually talking to anybody. I had to pretend, and that shit was awkward. How do I rock and stone?
That's it, lads. Rock and stone.
There you go. Excellent. That's for you. Yeah, I said it. So if someone is watching the VOD, I apologize. But since you did miss the start of the VOD, I will say... I thought I had to build these from this, but I guess I have to build them from the main thing. Memory good. Memory function correctly. Yeah, last time I streamed, which was like 3 weeks ago, according to YouTube. I don't know if it's exactly been 3 weeks or more. It could be like 2 weeks and 5 days, and YouTube's rounding up. I don't know. I didn't want to look too deeply into it. It hurt me to look at in the first place. I streamed last while I was coming off of being sick, and I was still a little sick. And this time, I'm in good health, but it took a long time to get here, man. Because I immediately got sick again, like 3 days after I streamed last time. So the whole series of events, just to recap, is I streamed after being sick for like a week. And I was still kind of sick, but I was coming off of it, and I just, you know, my desire to stream at the moment overtook my desire to just, like, lay in bed and generally rot away. I was like, you know what? I don't feel 100% fine, but I want to stream that bad, so I did. And then the next couple days, I was like, nah, I'll get full health. I'll give it a rest and go to full health. It was fun, though. And then just when I was thinking that maybe I could be at full health and go back to streaming, my body is like, you're gonna get sick again. I was like, how about we don't do that?
Rock and roll.
My body was like, no, you get no choice in the matter. So I was like, fuck. And I get really bad chronic migraines. Thanks to having my mother's DNA, who also has that problem. I hate that woman. I can say that because my parents are divorced, you know. Rare example of not the woman in a divorce getting the kids, and that's for good reason, and that's all I'll say. But yeah, I get bad chronic headaches because of that, and I got a particularly bad one that lasted like 5 days, 6 days. I don't know. I wasn't keeping track. It wasn't good though. It's the kind where I took medication for it as often as I could. You know how on the back of the bottle it says like take 2 every 4 hours, and then don't take any more than it's like 6 in one day. I would wake up, I'd take 2, I'd fucking as soon as 4 hours was up, you know. And the thing that sucks about that is like, if you do that and you're expected to be awake for more than 12 hours in one day, you're just gonna have that period of time where it's like, you know, the bottle says not to do it, dude. You're gonna overdose. Like, I was a good boy. I didn't take any more than the amount that the bottle said I could take max per day. So, you know, there would just be like those hours where I would just have to deal with it. Eventually, I decided to use my brain. Even though it hurt, I was able to like successfully use my brain. I'm in not a good spot right now, by the way. Kind of wanted to reserve this weapon, but I am literally at a point where if I don't protect myself, I will die. So fucking, you know, my goodness, please just let me get the ammo, man.
Ready to kill some more crepes. Never felt better. Getting supply.
I completely forgot what I was talking about, by the way. Well, not completely. I don't even remember exactly where I was. My memory's bad, but it's not that bad. The gist is that, you know, it wasn't good business. But eventually that went away too, thankfully. It felt like my body was trying to trepan itself. Trepan is the ancient art. The ancient medical practice, I should say. That is very ancient in the sense that it's not good at all. Where cavemen would be like, oh, your head hurts? Let's remove that part of your skull. And I'll give credit to the cavemen. Pretty hard for your head to hurt if the part of your head that was hurting is not present anymore, but it's also ill-advised to do that. But anyway, it felt like that was gonna have to be the only solution. And that my body was trying to do that on its own. But it didn't, luckily. And I pulled through of it. And then, I had, like, an appointment for something coming up in, like, 5 days after my head stopped hurting real bad. And my sleep schedule was not, you know, after being sick and, like, I already have fucked schedule and hours. And having that kind of a level of a bad headache did not help. I forgot that I have to start building from the main thing. So I came all the way over here for no reason. So I was like, I gotta fix my sleep schedule in like 4 or 5 days so that I can actually go to that appointment. And I do, just barely in time, with significant difficulty. And I go to the appointment, and they're like, okay, so this is awkward. Basically, you don't have an appointment. And I'm like, what do you mean I don't have an appointment? I got this little card because I physically came here and made the appointment. And I got like a little appointment card that said that my appointment was on that day at that time. And they're like, okay, so that's not in our system though. So like, we're gonna have to like reschedule you an appointment. And I was like, what the? So you're telling me that when I came in to make this appointment like a month ago, I talked to the secretary lady at the desk or whoever, you know, and she went through the rigmarole of writing the appointment down on a card, but then she didn't do anything on the actual computer side of things. What the fuck? You know, I went through all that effort to be met with that, but you know, at least my sleep schedule's fixed. Quote unquote fixed. At least for now. Don't grind off! Oh, fuck. Yeah, that was like 4 days ago, so I probably with no excuses, probably could have started streaming a little bit earlier, but I just didn't. Sorry, guys. I haven't been doing nothing, though. I've actually been making good progress on my next video, which I am sad to officially say will not be coming out by the end of the month. Originally, I was thinking that it could, and then I got comboed sickness after sickness back to back. A Bonesy classic. And then I was like, yeah, there's just no way. But definitely at some point next month. I would like it to be earlier in the month, obviously, but I'll just temper your expectations and say it's gonna be at some point. I thought I had to build these. Oh, I do. I have to build them from one side to the other. Yeah, basically my brain was trying to give itself a lobotomy. I'm pretty confident that I don't have brain cancer, secretly. Smash cut to me dying from brain cancer. I give you permission to do that, because I think that would be funny. But I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's gonna happen. Good for me. It's just... chronic migraines. I don't know what exactly chronic migraines entails. I'm not a doctor, but like, you know... same shit that would happen to my mom that I remember growing up when she was still around. Just, she'd randomly get headaches. That shit happens to me too. I think I might be one of those people that's like allergic to the sun. Like, have you heard of people where they... honestly, man, you got the worst immune system of anybody I know. For real. I'm not immunocompromised or immunodeficient. I would never like to disrespect someone like Iron Mouse who actually can't go outside because she like lives in a bubble by saying that I'm similar to her. But like, I'm a lot closer than your average Joe is. I was actually, the school that I went to, the school system I was a part of, threatened to not graduate me because I missed more days of school than like you're supposed to be able to graduate. You know what I mean? Like minimum, you're supposed to go to this many days of the school year, and like I undershot it by like 4 days or something. And it's like, I was telling you, man, I got fucking bad health that's like, hey, you're gonna die for like 2 weeks straight. And like, that's not my fault. I'm sorry that whatever government entity looked at my rap sheet and said, oh, you gotta jump down this kid's throat, dude. He's not going to enough school and not paying enough school lunch fees, which I didn't eat school lunch, by the way, to like necessitate this amount of funding that we would be giving you otherwise. Like, I'm sorry that they're getting on your ass about that, but like, I'm just a guy living my life, and life doesn't like me living it sometimes. So I don't have to tell you. I'm doing my best over here. I certainly had my fair share of faking sick when I was younger, but by the time I was in high school, I was like, you know what? It's not that bad. I don't like it. I'd rather not go. But I'm not gonna fake sick. But I was still actually sick a lot, and like that's not something I can control. So the only way I can control that is by like, you know, not licking doorknobs, because it's not only illegal but also, you know, not good for your health. But like, I wasn't licking doorknobs. I was like being normal. But like, I can't not do something that I wasn't doing. But like, I don't know what to tell you. And so the school system was like, all right, you called our bluff, you can graduate. And I was like, that's what I fucking thought, you bitch. You cantankerous fuck. Yeah, but new video. I'm still not gonna spoil what it's about. but now that I'm like no longer in between bouts of sickness, at least for the time being, who knows? I could stub my toe tomorrow and then my head will explode. But for now, just hanging out, just being chill. Try to get back into more streaming. I am so close to finishing the video, and like what little free time I have, despite the fact that I'm not a man with a life. I hate how much of a life I've been having in the past like year and a half. Hopefully that's actually coming to an end and I can have nothing but free time once again. But for the time being, I mean, the time that I have to work on videos is also the time I have to stream. So if I'm streaming, I'm not working on videos. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I didn't stream every day before, but like, especially. I'll try to make it more frequent than once every 3 weeks, I'll tell you that much. That was not according to Keikaku. Okay, where are these other two guys? I don't really want to be in this mission for 40 minutes talking about nothing and just... Dude, this is the whole reason this mission type's my favorite, is because I'm a simple man who sees the grind option, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude, let me grind.
Ramming speed.
Meanwhile, I don't play any, like... I'm gonna say it. I can't see the appeal in, like, Tony Hawk's games. They're just not for me. All sports games, really, are just not for me. Sports in general, not for me. Not a sports guy. But, like, Tony Hawk games, not interested. But in Deep Rock, dude, I'll be grinding pipes all day. I guess I can see it. I can see why people would like Tony Hawk's games. If it's anything like that for them, that this is for me. But the only time I've ever tried to get on a skateboard in real life, it was like a 4-coma Japanese comic where like the first frame is me not on the skateboard. The second frame is me with one foot on the skateboard. The third frame is me with both feet on the skateboard. And the fourth frame is me horizontal in midair, the skateboard jettisoning off frame, about to eat shit and die. And then the bonus fifth frame that would be like in the fucking New York Times Sunday Funnies one panel comic follow-up to that comic would me be just eating shit and dying, and then to be like the two birds from fucking that other orange cat's name. That's not Garfield. I don't remember. It's like Cliff something. Heathcliff, yeah. The two fucking birds from Heathcliff would be like, man, that guy sucks. And that would be the joke. Forgot that I have a map. Can I see these? Oh, not actively, not right now. I'd have to explore. Fuck. I don't want to do that. That requires effort. Damn it. I'll be grinding pipes all day. Hey, don't tell me that you wouldn't. Because I sure the hell will. What is my favorite game definitively? It's Luigi's Mansion. Which I've only done it once, so it's not really a tradition. That's not how traditions work, but... Every Halloween, I would like to play through the entirety of the first Luigi's Mansion. Just as I did last year. I think, I mean, that's something I already do just for me, but, you know, start streaming it. Why not? And I guess it's not a tradition until I've done it more than once, but, you know, officially, after it becomes a tradition, the first time I'll have done it was last year, so. Yeah, the original. I mean, so my relationship with the Luigi's Mansion games is obviously Luigi's Mansion 1. I just have a lot of nostalgia for. I mean, mechanically, it's a very simple game. It's very short. If you bought Luigi's Mansion 1 in the modern day for $60, $70, because that's the price of modern games, you'd be pissed. You know? You'd be like, this is like no fucking content. And when they remade the game for 3DS, they didn't really add any more content. They just made it so that replaying the game over and over was part of the new content they added. Like, they could have added, like it probably would have, like, ruined just a little bit the integrity of the remake by, like, adding a floor to the mansion or some crazy shit. You know, diehard fans would probably be like, it's not the same game now because they added a whole new floor. But, like, they could have done something like that, and they're like, no, we're just gonna add, like, achievements, and a good handful of the achievements are literally impossible unless you play the game at least 4 times. And you know what? I like Luigi's Mansion enough to where it's like, you know, I'll replay the game 4 times, so I did, and I like the remake. But other than that, like, it's not great, you know? But I do have a lot of nostalgia for it, because it's, like, one of the first games I played, and it's been pretty formative for me as my interests in games. I didn't realize until like 4 years ago or something that my taste in games is like, I quite like exploration games where you like get keys and unlock a larger building room by room, which is part of the reason that I want to try and get into like Resident Evil one of these days, because I've never played a Resident Evil game. Shocker, I know. I kind of want to, like, especially Resident Evil 2 kind of seems like it's, if you squint your eyes, Resident Evil 2 and Luigi's Mansion are the same games. You know what I mean? You're in one location. You're just going room to room, clearing it, getting items, unlocking stuff, getting keys for new rooms, rinse and repeat. And I love that shit. That's part of the reason why I like Luigi's Mansion so much. Luigi's Mansion 2, I was really hyped for because it's one of those things where it's like, I never thought it would happen. So you can bet my 12-year-old ass or whatever was like drinking every single bit of information about that game like a goddamn alcoholic who's just like, oh hell yeah, give me pure vodka, you know? Like, I was eating that shit up. I was having a great time. And then the game actually comes out, and it's okay, but yeah, a lot of people's critique of, like, the mission-based structure of the game, I have that critique, too. It's not crazy. I'm not too crazy about that. Fuck off. Oh, I didn't even realize we're in a wave. That explains it. That explains it. That explains it right there quite a lot. And then Luigi's Mansion 3 is great, but, like, I haven't replayed it since I finished it. And, like, unlike Luigi's Mansion 1, which is so short, I look at Luigi's Mansion 3 and I'm like, that's actually a real game? And replaying it is, like, a chore? And that's sad because, like, I do like it. But, like, you know that when you see replaying a game as more of a chore than, like, a fun thing to do, that it's, like, probably not that good, right? They got a lot right with Luigi's Mansion 3, but whenever Luigi's Mansion 4 comes out, I'm really hoping they'll take the best parts from all 3 games and put them together. Including, I know it's the same guys who did the Luigi's Mansion 2 did Luigi's Mansion 3, and that's part of the reason why the art style has changed, but I kind of hope they lean back towards more of an actually creepy style. Cartoony style is fun, and it's not like... Okay, there's only one that I forgot to take before I called another. That's fine. Anyway, you know, it's... The cartoony style is fine because it's like a Mario game. It's not actually scary, you know? It's just got the spooky aesthetic, but like... I don't know. Look at the fucking gold ghosts from Luigi's Mansion 1 and tell me that they're scary, because they're not. And yet, when I was like 4 years old and played Luigi's Mansion 1 for the first time, I was scared of them because I was a fucking actual baby. Like, I'm pretty sure that if a green ghost from Luigi's Mansion 2 or 3 pops out at you, There's no green ghosts in Luigi's Mansion. Talking about, they're like the weird blue guys who are even less scary in my opinion, because they got like fucking ice cream sundae heads instead of weird round baldy heads. But you know, I hope that Luigi's Mansion 4, which hopefully will come out in my lifetime, and they haven't like given up on the series. As far as I know, Luigi's Mansion 3 sold very well, so I can't imagine Luigi's Mansion 4 won't happen. I'm hoping that this fucking guy leaves me alone. Roscoe. Remove his foreskin. Fucking hell. I'm trying to mind my own business, dude. He's not over here. Trying to find these other goddamn things. This mission's gonna last my entire life. Mission's gonna last my entire life. Anyway, I'm trying not to die, and I'm talking. I'm getting too heated about Luigi's Mansion. What are people saying in chat? One is your favorite, two. Mission system is a put-off. Resident Evil! All caps. Yeah, one of these days I should probably get into Resident Evil. Especially 2. Because it does really look like... From what little gameplay I have been spoiled on, it kind of just... If you really think about it, it's just Luigi's Mansion. Or I think Resident Evil came before Luigi's Mansion, so Luigi's Mansion is just Resident Evil, and I like Luigi's Mansion, so I would probably like Resident Evil. At least 2. As far as I've seen, Resident Evil 4 is more like... You know, it's not quite the same. But, you know, some of the Resident Evil games, kind of like Luigi's Mansion. One had a creepy ghost, but not scary. Yeah, I don't know if they're even creepy. They're kind of just goobers. You look at them. No matter how you slice it, I think they're all goobers. It's just that they went a little too hard with the goober in 2 and 3. I hope for 4 they go back to their roots a little bit. I like the multiple mansions from Luigi's Mansion 2 because I find it to be really cool to have the different changes in locale, the different biomes, if you will. And it makes a lot more sense. Oh fuck. Okay, something broke my fall, and it wasn't my own knees. And it makes a little more sense than just, okay, so this floor of the mansion is fucking all water-based, and it's like, why is the 7th floor of a mansion? I know it's a video game, but like, why is the 7th floor of a mansion, like, ice-themed? I think having a mansion in the Alps makes more sense. How do I feel about Gooigi? It's whatever, dude. Obviously, I have no friends, so the feature of the remake where you could use Gooigi as a player too, I never did. Not even a little bit. I also played the Luigi's Mansion 2, the Luigi's Mansion 1 remake on 3DS. On the original model 3DS without the circle pad accessory. Without the little extra thumbstick. Because I hate myself, and I wasn't going to spend money on that when I'm a pro gamer and I don't need it. And it was probably more of a pain in the ass to play the game without that than it would have been with it, obviously. But I was right. I didn't need it. I 100% in that game. I fucking hate this guy, by the way. I was supposed to be. Bitch. Fat cunt. There you are. Got his ass.
I got Gliffit poop on me.
Die. Did you not die? Okay. I was supposed to melee him. I don't quite remember the controls. Fuck off, dude. I got these 2 fucking turrets directly next to me, right in the faces of these guys, and there's a swarm of them that still come up right in my grill. The fuck, man? Nintendo saw that Resident Evil did good and wanted to try something like it, thus Luigi's Mansion. And they did! But only retroactively. And for anybody that can get past the fact that the game's like 3 hours long. I think they should do this for Luigi's Mansion 4. But like for each mansion, like I said, I would like it if maybe Luigi's Mansion 4 had multiple mansions like Luigi's Mansion 2. Except more than 5. I'm talking like 16. Like a Mario game length in worlds, but mansions, but also double because secret worlds. And I think every mansion should be, and I don't expect any of them to even take 24 hours, but you know, the original Luigi's Mansion was made, part of the reason why it's so short is because they were like, what if I'm just like in the complete wrong area. This is like where that one already is. I didn't want this mission to take all fucking night, but here we are. What if you have 48 hours to rescue Mario? Spoilers for Luigi's Mansion, I guess. If you haven't played a game that's like 20 years old. What if you had like actual real life 24 hours to rescue Mario? So there's like a time limit, and then if you don't, you lose. I don't want to jump for that, but I know that I'll fucking die, so let's not. And I think it would be cool if they brought that back for Luigi's Mansion 4. Because, yeah, Luigi's Mansion's a short-ass game, and that doesn't really... You know, having that mechanic, you know, alternate timeline where the original Luigi's Mansion still had that mechanic and they didn't remove it. That doesn't make it okay that it's that short, but, like, it makes sense, I guess. It's kind of a neat little thing. I say as a man who, as a kid, I couldn't beat Pikmin 1 just because I was so bad at the game that the time limit, where you only have to get one part a day, and then, you know, eventually, I don't even know, up there, I guess. There? Where the time limit, where you had to get one part a day, you know, 30 parts in 30 days, was too much for me, and I couldn't beat the game because skill issue. I say that as a man who had that problem, but would still be like, oh yeah, dude, Luigi's Mansion, it should have a 24-hour limit. Just because it's like, it's so improbable that it will take you that long to beat the game that it's like, fucking, I don't know, leave in the mechanic, who cares? If I ever get into like hacks, I think there is a Luigi's Mansion hack where somebody tried to remake the game as it was when it debuted at Space World, complete with like overheating vacuum mechanics and whatnot, including the 24 hours. I should play that mod. That'd be fun. Need more nitro, bro. I'm a man who's trying to get over here. Oh, there's nothing over here. What the hell? Where is this shit? I'm about to abandon this mission because it's like, I did the fun part where I get to grind. And now it's like, okay, where are the other two ones? I can't find them. Luigi's Mansion, Pikmin mod for Luigi's Mansion. That sounds funny as hell.
Flares are recharging.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna get into I don't know if I'm ever gonna get into playing mods on this channel or like on stream. 'Cause I don't currently do it for my own leisure, and part of that is because I'm a big dumb idiot. And even if I got into doing it for my own leisure, it's like Nintendo kind of doesn't like that, and I'm not really trying to be in Nintendo's good graces. I say fuck too much for that. But at the same time, I don't want them to like go out of their way to try to destroy my channel. You know, like they're known to sometimes do. I don't know where I'm going. I'm going to where one of my things already is.
One sentry gun ready to be filled.
Oh, that thing's just barely out of range, dude. I'm pissed. I didn't actually finish building that sentry, but that's because I'm a man who was about to perish. Don't worry, I got this.
One sentry gun ready to be built.
Don't worry, I'm stupid, but I got this. Sucks to suck, kiddos. Run. Holy shit! Holy shit! Okay, ride the rail.
Show him some pain, Bosco. Let's clear them out.
Oh, I fell. This is bad. This is not good. One of these days, I'll be a tuber who can play the game at least okay and also talk at the same time. But today is not one of those days. You managed to get Pikmin 2 down to 10 hours. Congrats. How long was my playthrough if you add up all the streams? Like 4 times that length? What's the speed run for Pikmin 2? Are you close? Is Pikmin 2 one of those games where it's like it's not ethical to speedrun because it's like... No, it's definitely not. 10 hours is fine. Some crazy psychopaths like to do speedruns that are 10 hours. A Persona 5 100% speedrun would be like 2 days. You know? Those are unethical to speedrun. They're like, please don't. We actually beg you, do not. Don't do this.
It's armed and ready.
Oh, I have no ammo.
I'm taking some of the
24 to 38 hours. So, I'm confused. You said you managed to get Pikmin 2 down to 10 hours, but then you said a speedrun is like 24 to 38 hours. Oh no, my playthrough was 24 to 38 hours. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Is there no more Morkite in these goddamn mines? I'm committed now. I can't quit this mission. I have to. I have to finish it. I have to see it through. But it's like, where the fuck? There's gotta be one of those dirt things where it's like you're expected to tunnel through it. Steak? In here. Okay. Pikmin speedruns are scary. I think speedruns are scary. I like watching speedrun content. Like, of course, like, I enjoy watching Summoning Salt's videos about the history of certain speedruns, and I like watching Astral Spiff, where, like, his entire channel is, like, speedrun content. I ain't got that dog in me, dude. I'd lose my fucking mind trying to speedrun any game. Because I'm the kind of person where, like, if I do one activity for like 20 minutes straight, I forget how to do it. And like, I don't know how that's possible, but that's the way that I am. Like, instead of it becoming muscle memory, my fucking body malfunctions. So, I could never speedrun. And then the thing you don't see in the Summoning Salt videos are like the... I thought this was an enemy. I mean, I guess it was like a living creature, but I thought it was like the leg of a bigger bug. The thing you don't see in the Summoning Salt videos, or, you know, like Astral Spiff's edited videos, is like the hours of attempts that go into it. And by me speedrunning, I would have to live those attempts. Like, I'd have to actually do it, so like, not gonna happen. Fucking fat chance. Did I find a thing? I think I found a thing, guys. I think I found an actual direction I'm expected to go. And here's the fucked up part about it. I have to get one of those pipes up here. Fuck. Oh no. Let's see if this is actually one. It probably is, because there's nothing else going on in this godforsaken cave. You know, just in case it's not. Probably is. I forgot about this game mechanic. I'm fine. Duck? I'm not fine? Fuck. Welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play.
Weapon ready.
Isn't there a mod for Minecraft that like turns the terrain into Deep Rock Galactic terrain? Or you know, just like it like smooths out the squares and looks uncanny. Awful. I love it.
Can't carry anymore.
You're 5th worldwide with the category All Treasure and Switch version? Holy shit, I didn't know I had royalty in my fan base. My very small, but for some reason very dedicated fan base. I do really appreciate you guys actually making it to my stream. Even though I haven't streamed in 3 weeks and you guys weren't here frame 1, I mean, you guys still showed up. And I am incredibly pleased with that. God damn it, I have to build a pipe this way. I thought that would be the case, but I was kind of just hoping that I wasn't, and I was just going to have to meander for a while. But you still need to record one, so you're not officially 5th. But according to you, you have beaten 5th by like an hour. Do it, man. Go for it. If you're all, you seem, forgive me if I'm wrong, but you seem like a pretty big fan of the Pikmin franchise to me. And if you're playing the game that much already, like just record it and then you'll make your mark on the Pikmin speedrunning community. 5th, I'll be brutally honest, you know, they say that 2nd place is 1st place for losers, right? So 5th isn't that incredible, but like if Summoning Salt ever makes a video on Pikmin speedrunning, you'll probably see your name at like the bottom of the screen, halfway cut off. That's another reason why I could never get into streaming. I mean into, I say as I'm streaming. Why I could never get into speedrunning is because it's like, let's be honest, the main reason anyone does it is for the clout, right?
This is fun.
Like maybe it's just me not having that dog in me where I struggle to imagine anyone doing it for fun. Like, if you're not gonna be number 1, why do it? Like, I know for a goddamn fact I would never be number 1 at any game I would ever speedrun. Because I don't got that dog in me. I just grind, you know? So, like... But hey, I encourage you to give it a shot if you want to. If you got that dog in you, God bless. I sure the hell don't. The only animal I got in me is cat, because I am a pussy. I've already forgotten which way I'm supposed to be taking this pipe. Over here. I'm gonna look at the map. That's it over there. Fuck off. You also weren't following an optimized path? I think you could get up there, my friend. If you are saying the truths to me, I have faith in you. I believe in you. Sounds pretty... You know, I remember one of the Summoning Salt videos I was watching. I don't remember which game it was on. But, like... The early days of speedrunning was, like, all honor for most games. Like, they didn't even require video proof because that was just, like, not a thing back then. It was only with the advent of YouTube and stuff like it, like fucking Vimeo, I guess, that it was like pics or it didn't happen. You know what I mean? But I believe you when you say that you could be up there with the greats. You just gotta prove it nowadays. But go and prove it, dude, and fucking you have my full backing. I'll be like, I knew him. I knew him before he was more famous than I am. This is a bad place for these guns. They're just both right next to each other. In this little corner.
Sentry gun needs assembling. Sentry on.
Oh, so where's the pipe that I started?
Born ready.
Over there. Okay. Get you up here. This sucks. This sucks and I hate it.
Access provided.
Okay, I thought I was gonna fall to my death. Again. As I am so prone to doing. Don't grind off a cliff, please. Reach? Excellent. Then we ride the pipe up. Hell yeah. Bro, chill. It's not that serious.
Pipe goes here.
Oh, that's not a good spot. Is it gonna cut through the terrain? No. Wait, it was about to for a second there. The less digging I have to do, as a dwarf whose whole shtick is digging, I am fine. One of these pixels. All right, we are on track.
Right here.
Kind of want to, you know, at the very end, it's going to be like another base defense kind of thing, because that's the way the deep rock is. So I kind of want to build this pipe in such a way where I can actually ride it to avoid the hordes and not die. I'm trying to make it a little unnecessarily windy just because. But I'm also trying to make it so like my head doesn't hit the ceiling. Hopefully it's clear. Clear, baby. You got me monologuing. And me, when you bring up any topic I'm hyper fixated on. Bro, you want to get me monologuing? Get me to start talking about fucking dolls, dude. Not fucking dolls, like, okay. I'm just gonna shut up.
Platform.
Alright, I can talk again. So about dolls.
Flares ain't ready.
Spawn the flare anyway, you coward. I don't know if that stays.
Platform up.
Have the nitro.
I made a platform.
Dude, keep those hobbies to yourself. Hey man, when I say I like dolls, I fucking mean it. I don't know what it is in my brain. I think I've brought it up before. How much I like something is almost perfectly inversely proportional to how big it is. And so like, I love scale models and stuff. And I don't know, man. I know that gender normative stereotype bullshit says that I am boy, I must like a dinosaur. And doll is for girl. But like, dolls are like just tiny little people. And I especially love fashion dolls because they got tiny little clothes that go on them. The molded clothing that's on like a Figma or something. I don't like that shit. That shit's lame. Actual tiny little fabric clothes? That shit's awesome.
One sentry gun ready to be built.
I love that shit. I see a tiny little doll and a cute little actual real like made of fabric cute little dress and I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Now we're cooking. Cause I also just love cute things in general, so like it's like fucking it's wins all around, dude. Oh, this kid, I'm playing single player, so let me here's the I don't know if anybody else does this. Here's the way that I test to see if a game actually pauses when you pause it. And obviously, if it's a single-player game, it will probably be yes, but sometimes it's no. I jump, and then I press the pause button. And as far as I can tell, this isn't really a super transparent pause screen, but like in Minecraft, like you would jump and then you'd pause and then you'd see that you don't fall after you pause. That's how you know that you're actually paused. Anyway, speaking of cute things, like I don't know when the fuck else I would show this, so let me just get this up. Let's see here. I just thought this would be interesting. Yep, also Eggman. I don't remember if I mentioned it when I actually had viewers or if that was when I was talking to myself, but I'm not really a fan of Sonic or the Sonic franchise. I've only ever played like Sonic Advance 2 for the Game Boy Advance. And I probably got to World 3 in that game before I was like, I don't like it. And then I just played more Mario Pinball Land like the Chad I am. But like I saw that I could make Eggman in this game and I was like, I got to. And he just looks like Eggman now. That's just how I look in Deep Rock. And that's the way it will forever be. Anyway, I don't know where I saved this. Oh. You're a fan of Eggman, not Sonic. Eggman was right all along. Where the fuck did I save this? What? Oh. Ah. Wow, this is gonna be real sad if I can't find this for some godforsaken reason. Well, I can't believe that would be the case. Is it in downloads for some... Oh, it's in download. I was looking in pictures and I downloaded it and I never moved it to my pictures folder. God damn it. Hope you guys like MS Paint. Oh, this is gonna be so bad though. I gotta open it in Clip Studio. Hold on. But I can scale it better. Have frames that I'm actively working on for my quote-unquote animations. They don't have that showing. I just gotta open this in downloads because, I mean, I gotta open this in Clip Studio because it's a weird size where it's not gonna like be full screen. Or it'll be zoomed in. It'll either be zoomed in too much or too little, basically. So I gotta open it in some sort of program that will allow me to scale it a little more accurately. I know a lot of hoopla about a just work better. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm fucking too lazy. Actually, no, fuck. Wait, no, I could have. God damn it. No, MS Paint is gonna be better. That sure the hell is, Dr. Robotnik. Long story. It's not long at all, actually. I don't really like Sonic. Or at least I've not played a whole lot of Sonic. I saw that I could make Dr. Eggman in Deep Rock, and I did. So this is not super related to what we were doing, especially since it's taken me like 3 minutes to set it up. But I did like a little quiz of sorts to just like narrow down what my favorite Pokemon are. From every generation. I could link this if you guys really want to do it too. I'd have to find the link because I don't have it handy, but if you guys really want to, I can. But here is a giant matrix of my favorite Pokemon that you can, I don't know, compare and contrast. Gotta hide. No, I can just move it over top. There we go. Yeah, that's a whole lot better than... I've just kept it in MS Paint. But yeah, it's kind of small because of the nature of it being a large image with tiny little Pokemon sprites. But there's enough detail that you can glean some things. Those are, I don't know what else to say about this. We were talking about, and by we were talking about, I brought up the fact that I like cute things, and then I was like, Pokemon. And as you can see here, most of the Pokemon I like are cute ones. So, my favorite types, yep. My favorite Pokemon types are, definitely the top is Fairy, as you can see down there at the bottom. Yeah, I don't know who's number 2. Probably Ghost. Which is like, I know I just said my favorite Pokemon are cute ones, but I don't know, there's some cute ghosts. Shuppet's in there. I like Shuppet. But yeah, there you go. For no good reason in particular, other than it's very tangentially related to what, not even what we were talking about, but what I brought up. I can post a link for this in chat, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Real quick. So the way that this list works is like, I didn't want to have any empty cells, and for some of them, it's like there's only... I don't know a good example off the top of my head because I'm a fake Pokemon fan, but like for any generation where there was only one fairy type in that generation, that's your only option under the fairy column. Like, I'm not going to be a dick and be like, no, I don't like that Pokemon actually, so I'd rather not choose anything. So to the person who said in chat, also hello based fellow Hitmontop enjoyer, I don't hate Hitmontop. But I'm almost willing to guarantee you that that's like the only Pokemon that was available under that section. I'm sorry to disappoint. Here it is. GitHub. I'll put it in chat and I will pin it. I would leave it as something that my friend could show himself, but he doesn't stream, so just for the sake of it, here is my friend's list of favorite Pokemon. I've had stream with me exactly one time, so like you guys don't really know a whole lot about him, but there you go. There's some more comparison. He, I don't, you know, he is he. His favorite type is water, apparently. I don't know. I'm not him. I can't explain anything on this list. I didn't even explain my list. I just said, generally, I like cute Pokemon, and as you can see here, there's a good smattering of cute Pokemon, and then I moved on. Speaking of moving on, we will go back to actually playing the game now. I'm sorry for the distraction. I am a man who is easily distracted, if nothing else. Oh yes, a swarm. Good. I get to stop looking at my Pokemon list and instead die. Yeah, I also agree. So my friend actually, this is complete being on the same wavelength type energy. We hadn't played games for a while together for like a week or even 2. And then we come back to play games and he was like, yeah, I just, you know, been buying even more Pokemon cards, because like before on stream I was talking about Pokemon cards and he was even in chat. Like, he's been buying a ton of Pokemon cards because he's a gambling addict. I went through a bunch of my childhood Pokemon cards because he reminded me that they exist, and I had them like in a shoebox, and I was like, that's probably not great for longevity. So he basically convinced me in a very roundabout way to actually put them in a nice little box, and I did. It's a very nice little box. And you know, Pokemon was still on the mind, I guess, by the time that we started to be able to rendezvous again, and we hung out a little bit and played some games. And it just so happens that he did a completely separate Pokemon, like, favorite Pokemon tier list thing. So we swapped lists. I did his, and he did mine. And I think, in general, his is better because it was kind of like a ranking of sorts, as opposed to you just choose your favorite of every type and stuff. But I still think mine has some merit to it, the one that I stumbled across. I don't know. I'd show you the results of every single Pokemon that's ever existed ranked sequentially. But obviously that's a long fucking list. So... won't, I think. But I was like, I'm gonna freeze, aren't I? But yeah, the pro gamer strat for the list that I just linked in chat and will probably remove in like a minute or 2. I'm playing Deep Rock. It's kind of a weird thing to have linked. Oh, I don't have Molly.
We didn't bring a mule. Well, that was stupid.
Right. Okay, so I gotta get that down here. Do I have... I still don't have enough fucking Nitra. And the worst part is I can't get more because I'm full up. I gotta go back. Can't go back. Because I'm marooned. Damn it. Oh, I hate everything. You did not individually rank them? Yeah, I found a list where it was straight up just like, alright, do you like this Pokemon more or this Well, I say I found. That's completely disingenuous. The list that my friend found when we traded lists was like, okay, this is gonna ask you, which of these Pokemon do you like the most? And eventually it's gonna get to a point where straight up it's like, do you like this one or this one? Do you like this one or this one? You know, you're picking between just 2 of them. And if you go for long enough, you'll rank like fucking every single Pokemon. And I don't think I quite ranked every single Pokemon, but I got close. I sat there and I got close. Even though I definitely could have stopped after like top 10, top 20. Like at that point, you're going for bonus points that no one cares for. I found out that my favorite Pokemon is Maractus. Because Maractus is like a cute little cactus, who I love lots. And other personal highlights of mine that I'm sure were on that list that I showed. I like Pokemon like Lopunny and Gardevoir not for Honry reasons. I like them. There's especially Lopunny is just like a cute rabbit. I love Baniri too. Ralts is kind of dinky, but Curly is cute. Curlia reminds me of like a doll, and I like dolls, so you know. But also, you know, I'm a big fan of Misdreavus, not explicitly because Misdreavus is like super cute. But I really enjoyed my Misdreavus when I played Pokemon Coliseum as a kid. That was like my favorite Pokemon. I get scared at the mention of those Pokemon. Bunny is my favorite normal type, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I don't have a conclusive list of normal type Pokemon in front of me. So based purely on the fact that the only normal type I can currently think of, because I have stage fright, is Lopunny, so I agree. Good though. I like Lopunny. Lopunny's fun. I'm like maroon down here. I'm gonna have to like dig in a straight line. I'm gonna carve out the side of this rock. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, but I've kind of fucked myself here. I kind of have to do this. Here we go. And by I mean goddamn dwarf should have taken Molly. Dumbass. You take her on every excursion, and then you're like, nah, not this one. And look what happens. Look what fucking happens. Quagsire, I assume you meant to say. Unless there is a Pokemon that's named Quadsire that I don't know about. There totally could. When I was doing that list, I saw all the Pokemon from Gen 8 and 9 and was like, I don't know who any of these freaks are. I think I watched one Alpharad video about the Teal Mask DLC for Scarlet and Violet, I think it was. And I saw Ogerpon, and I was like, I would die for you. And other than that, every single Chucklefuck, I was like, who is this? I was like, who are these people? I've never seen these people in my life. I would die for Ogerpon, but who are these people? Who are these other Mons? These Digimon? I've never seen these in my life. So I kind of just had to go... Most of my list, minus like the more recent generations, was like part of the reason Misdreavus is so high is because, like I said, Misdreavus is like one of my mains from when I played Pokemon Coliseum back in the day. So like that kind of bias did play a role in my rankings, because it's hard not to rank Pokemon without some bias. But for the newer ones, like there was a lot of, this one's cute. This one looks kind of cool, because I don't know anything about them. Evolved form of the Paldean Wooper. Yeah, I don't know shit about that. I couldn't tell you. Where am I? Oh, going the wrong way. I overshot it massively. I was already on the correct fucking... Got my way, Bosco. I'm pissed. I don't even need to do that tunneling. I'm like higher than I need to be there. This is like, I need to go down from here, actually. I dug that little hole for fun. The guys at Mission Command are like, what the hell is he doing? I thought I was lower than that for some reason. I guess I should have checked the map before I started digging. Little hole, don't mind that.
Brace yourselves for impact.
Ah, shit.
Detected a massive swarm on collision course.
Oh, shit. This is where I die, isn't it? No! Fuck! I gotta spam E. Get on that pipe.
Swarm? It's a big one too.
Gotta spam E! I need to not be here right now. Make it a little safer. A little easier. A little more consistent. Get through the goddamn doorway! Get through the doorway! Thank you. No. No. Ride! Ride, my steed, ride! Perish. Ow.
I need more ammo.
I have 12 bullets. Why am I wasting my shots on these things? Oh, because it's in my way. Fuck off.
Loot
Fuck. Now is probably not the time to be offloading all this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, those don't even have ammo. Oh, fuck. I need nitro. Oh, there's ammo here, actually. I don't need nitro. I need help. Quagsire, that's what I thought. Well, I said Quagsire. It's a fucking Pokemon having almost repeat names, am I right? Oh, I have no ammo. Okay, I got a very particular plan. The plan is called Run Away. I'm in pain. Distraction Sentry. The music that cements my death is playing. Got 3 bulletos. Short answer I tell most people is my favorite is Manaphy. Long and wild answer is this one artist who I really admire, Shiny Mesprit OC. I've been watching a lot of like True Green 7's Pokemon videos lately because I guess my friend just hypnotized me into having a Pokemon phase. And like I already really enjoy watching like Drawfee and stuff, so like, you know, watching more art content but for Pokemon is like 2 of my hyper fixations. Cross breeding, you know, fucking crossing the streams. I was like, oh hell yeah, man. And yeah, they fucking designed so many Pokemon on his videos where I'm like, dude, the worst part about these being so good is that Game Freak can't do them now. If they do anything close to this, they're gonna be like, they're gonna have people jumping down their throat like, you copied me. People need to stop doing Pokemon OCs. So that way, all the good ideas aren't taken.
Getting more ammo.
I want the ammo. Give me the ammo.
Kill some more crepes.
Thank you.
Never felt better.
But yeah, I feel that. There's so many OC Pokemon that I've seen in those videos, especially recently, where I've just gone, if this was a real Pokemon, this would definitely be in my like top 50. Which again, there's like over 1,000 Pokemon now, so top 50 is high praise. I gotta build that actual pipe out now that things have calmed down. I also have to actually connect it, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
And another one.
Yes, since we're on the topic of Pokemon, my first Pokemon game was Diamond, which I don't remember what year Diamond and Pearl came out, but it, you know, I got Diamond around that time. It probably wasn't Frame 1, it was probably like a year later, if I know me. And I did watch the Pokemon anime back in the good old days, the classic days with Misty and Brock. But I never actually played any of the games until Diamond. And then retroactively, I got some Game Boy Advance games, some Game Boy Advance Pokemon games back before there was heavy nostalgia for that kind of thing, and nowadays they're worth like $1 bajillion. I got Emerald, I got Leaf Green. Leaf Green was great.
This is hard work.
Introduced me to my favorite Pokemon character ever. Leaf, who is just female red, but I love her. I am still, to this day, incredibly happy that for Smash Brothers, they made Leaf the, like, alternate gender bend, you know, half of Red's skins for the Pokemon trainer. Our Leaf. Still very happy with that.
Work hard, party hard.
Gotta read this comment in its entirety because it's hilarious. I'm very good at speed reading, but
Like that.
maybe I have dyslexia or something. But reading out loud, often I get tripped up. So let me stop what I'm doing entirely just so I can read this comment in full and not fuck it up. Hopefully.
Killed the loot bug, and I'm not so
Mine was Diamond on an emulator in 2016 after I was severely let down by Toontown Rewritten. Wish I had played Pearl instead. because Miss Magius is my favorite non-legendary next to Hitmontop. Did you read my mind, dude? The whole reason I picked Diamond is because I looked at the legendaries and I was like, Palkia's gross looking. Palkia's got like little orbs on it. The Elga's fucking awesome. And then my favorite Pokemon, at least at the time, I had actually played Colosseum before I played Leaf Green and any game other than Diamond. I think, if I can recall correctly, and I'm probably not because my memory's bad, but if I had to guess, I'd say it went Diamond, Colosseum, Leaf Green, Emerald. And those are like the only Pokemon games I've ever played. And yeah, you know, by that time I had played Colosseum and I liked Misdreavus, and you know, Miss Magius is an evolved form of Misdreavus. So I was like, fuck, dude. I fucked up. I picked the wrong game. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Get out of here. Fuck off, I say. Ow! Ow! Fuck off, I say.
Platform. This goes here.
Kind of like corkscrew this down. That's steep. That's concerning. Fine. Yeah, those are like almost exactly my thoughts. Are you me? But like secretly? That's fucked up. Only one of us can be me. I mean, I didn't play it on an emulator. I actually played the like fucking... You know, the not pro gamer way of doing it where you like spend money? Ugh.
Another one is ready.
I've heard that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are kind of ass. Yeah, exactly, dude. I also like Mawile because Mawile's kind of cute, and you know, fairy type, surprise, surprise. Guy who says his favorite type of Pokemon is fairy types likes fairy types. Big surprise. And then like, I also, big fan of Nuzleaf and you know, Shiftry for that generation too. I feel ya. I feel ya on an emotional level. I had Emerald though, so I had everything for that gen. Fucking lucky me, dude. Honestly, I'm gonna say something that's like criminal. Like actually though, like, you know, in a court of law, illegal. I'm super disappointed with the Pokemon franchise. And part of me wants to try out the newer games. You know, I haven't played Scarlet and Violet or Sword and Shield at all, and I've never given it any thought. Because, like, they kind of... Pokemon in modern times has been kind of lackluster. Arceus was pretty good, apparently. But, like, I don't want to support the lazy-ass development that they put into modern Pokemon games. So if I do ever try out... especially Scarlet and Violet looked like it might be okay. It's pretty interesting that it's like in a school. Might be kind of fun. I'd probably just have to emulate it because I don't want to financially back fucking stupid ass Game Freak and their dumb bullshit. Pokemon is literally the biggest franchise in the world. Literally #1. You know, bigger than anything Disney. And then fucking Game Freak has the gall to do this bullshit. You know what I mean? With things like Dexit. It's like, come on, guys. You motherfuckers are acting like you don't produce video games for the biggest franchise in the world. Just make a good Pokemon game. It's not that hard. All the time, people are making ROM hacks that are good. They're making Pokemon designs that are better than some of the real Pokemon that have been designed. Like, come on. What are we doing here? I think it's because they know they can get away with mediocrity. Scarlet and Violet good. I really like them. I actually watched like half of a I don't remember whose video it was, so I can't I can't sick you on them effectively. But I watched like half of a review that was like, Scarlet and Violet is another lazy entry in the Pokemon franchise. And the first half of the game is kind of strong, but then the second half is kind of lame. And I was like, oh man. And then I tapped out. I was like, I don't want to watch this review. Like, I probably shouldn't have been watching in the first place, because if I had genuine interest in playing the games, I probably should have just allowed myself to be surprised, you know, but now that I know that the game kind of sucks at the end, it's like, I really don't want to watch it now. For the review itself would have been entertaining, you know, poking fun at Scarlet and Violet, but, you know. I'll say it though, Nemona's top tier. Top tier Poke Girl. In my humble opinion. I really like the idea of everybody in Pokemon, in the Pokemon community, is always going off about, oh, I wish rivals were mean and stuff, and you know, it's like same shit, different fandom, because everybody in the Animal Crossing fandom is constantly like, man, I wish the animals bullied me more, you know, I wish the villagers like spat in my tea more often. And it's like, I get where you're coming from, but like, you know, you give them the mean rival and half the time they don't like it. Holy mother of Nitra. And I've heard that Nemona is like, actually a lot of people like really enjoy Nemona. And I've seen some funny Nemona memes that I don't get because I haven't personally played the games or like even seen a whole lot about them, but like they're still funny even without that. So, dear God, dude, this is so much Nitra. Is this where another thing is, or is this kind of like a thing up here? A little Oh my God, I can zoom out. I didn't mean to throw that grenade.
Dance with this.
I didn't realize I could zoom in and out. And then I can like actually see the thing. It's over there. I have to bring another one of these up this way and then hook a right. Well, that would have been a helpful mechanic for me to have realized existed like 40 minutes ago, at least. Oh well. That just means you guys get more time with me, because I said after this mission I might end the stream. So it's like, I can't end the stream if the mission lasts forever. Why can't I do this? Why can't I build this up on here? Now I'm crossing the streams. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can I delete this? I don't think I can ride that pipe anymore. Well, not up to that point anyway.
I'll be dreaming of pipes tonight. Look at the sparks.
This is the reason why I'm not responsible for public infrastructure. I'm not good. And I'm not going to specify anything that I'm not good at, because it's kind of just everything, so I'm going to deliberately leave that vague. That's valid, apparently. It sure is. Please. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't grind. One of the few examples in my life where I don't want to grind. Not at all. No, stop. I don't want to fall from this height. I will die. Ow. 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 Who is that? Tell him to stop. Where is he? Where is he? Bosco? Bosco, where is he?
Pipe placed.
Not gonna lie, Dexic and Pokemon Bank's inevitable shutdown have really made me apathetic over the years. What's the point of catching anything if one day I won't even be able to transfer them one day? That's my thing, you know? Like, I'd really love to. Like, they've kind of been falling off since the start, you know? Like, I'd really love to transfer my Pokemon from my Pokemon Leaf Green and Emerald saves. But, like, the process of legitimately doing that and, like, not, like, figuring out how to, like, you know, like, just, like, save state and then just make a clone of the Pokemon, or just, like, you know, just buying like Game Boy Link cables and multiple copies of some of those games. The sheer rigmarole that you have to go through in order to transfer from like the Game Boy Advance games, even legitimately, is like kind of a pain in the ass. And like the idea of Pokemon Bank is great because it means you don't have to transfer game by game, generation to generation.
This never gets old.
But at the same time, that means that they kind of ignore transferring Pokemon between the generations, and they're just like, you'll just use Bank. But when Bank is gone, then what will we do? It's like, it kind of... What they really gotta do, man, and like, they don't want to do this because like, they kind of want to keep it walled off as much as possible. They kind of just need to make it so all you gotta do is like... It's like a fucking text file on a USB, and you plug the USB into whatever device, since pretty much everything in its mother has USB and probably will forever. And then there you go. You're just reading a text file off a USB. There's no way they can't implement that into the next Pokemon game. But they'll find a way. They'll find a way to be like, no, we couldn't do that. Like Dexit, you know, they just physically don't copy the same Pokemon models they've been using for years. Just because they don't want to. I think I saw somewhere that confirmed, like, this came out as part of the leak that happened a while ago, and I'm paraphrasing from, like, a third-party source as is, so, like, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but, like, apparently the reason Dexit happened is because they were transferring 3D models from the previous Pokemon game. Like, obviously what they did, everybody was like, oh, you wanted to do higher quality Pokemon models, so that's the reason you didn't include every Pokemon? Well, clearly these are just the same models from the previous game, so that's a fucking lie. Not only did they do that, and it's obvious to everyone, but in doing that, there were like a handful of models that didn't quite transfer perfectly, and instead of like doing their jobs and like fixing the models, they were just like, we can't do it easily, so those Pokemon aren't gonna be in the game. And then obviously like their evolutions can't be in the game, and like if one of those Pokemon was like Minim, like we can't put Plusle in the game then. And it's like they start doing all that and cutting more and more Pokemon, and it's like, guys, the whole point is to catch them all. Like, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing here? Like, the whole tagline for the franchise is catch them all, and we can't do that anymore. Like, what are you doing? It's like, yeah, I hate to be a negative Nancy, but I can see where you're coming from. I'm right there with you. And kind of fucking lackluster, Game Freak, I'm not gonna lie. Fucking disappointing. I see eye to eye with you, though. I get it. I don't know, man. I like Pokemon. I'm not the kind of guy who's ever gonna get into the nitty-gritty. I still don't know what the fuck IVs and EVs are. The only EV I know is the one that has 8 different evolutions. You know what I mean? 8 different evolutions, despite the fact that there are a total of 18 different types of Pokemon. And it's like, you know what? Eevee is like the only Pokemon who has the gimmick of being able to transform into a variety of very different types. Just make different evolutions for every single type. And like the last time they made a new evolution was Sylveon, which is like when they introduced the fairy type. And it's like, come on, guys. Just make a bug-type Eevee. People love Eevee, obviously. Eevee has become, like, the new mascot of Pokemon. Pikachu is dead to me. It's Eevee and, of course, the Eeveelutions that everybody's likes. And it's like, just make more of them. And the dumbasses can't even do that right. They're like, it would be so easy to print even more money if, like, there were more Eeveelutions. But we're not gonna do that. Why would we do that? We have to make those models. We can't copy those models from another game. Like, I understand, man. I, too, am so pessimistic about the way that Game Freak and the Pokemon Company as a whole runs that franchise. I tell you what, if I were in charge, we would have... I know there's already a sequel to Pokemon Colosseum in the form of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, but I've never played XD Gale of Darkness. And also, why not just make sequel to XD Gale of Darkness then? So like a new Pokemon Colosseum / XD Gale of Darkness game in the Ore region. It takes place like 15 years after the original games. And in that time, like, you know, the Ore region famously is like a fucking desert and there's not a whole lot going on there. In that time, it's like flourished, you know? And there's now like Ore region exclusive Pokemon and like there's Orion variants of Pokemon that didn't exist before. And like Wes is like one of the gym leaders now. Like they could do so much fun, cool stuff if they just like decided to be creative and stopped doing the same game every couple of years. And now they can't even put all the Pokemon in that game. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Oh man, I like Pokemon, but yeah, it's hard not to be pessimistic about the way the series has been heading in the past couple of years. Past like fucking decade, really. I've heard that Black and White were pretty good. Not played Black and White 1 or 2 personally. And I've heard that it's definitely a step away from the same old story that the series has been doing for every mainline Pokemon game. But that's a good thing. Maybe not quite in the direction they took it, but you know, the Alola region with Sun and Moon, I've also heard is pretty alright. But like, I don't know, man, Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield before that, kind of makes me nervous about what Gen 10 is gonna have. If it's just fucking the same old again. I don't think... I've heard that Legends Arceus actually kind of bangs. And from what I've seen, that's the case. And then Pokemon Legends ZA is like basically a sequel to Arceus. So hopefully that game also bangs pretty hard. But like, why do they have to innovate in the Pokemon series in the side games? Like, they should do a lot more of that innovating in the mainline series, you know what I mean? But they don't. Because they know even if they don't put in the effort to put in all the Pokemon, they can do the bare minimum and still sell 1 million copies.
What a beauty!
Yeah, like I said, I'm right there with you when it comes to the pessimism in the Pokemon franchise. But I'd like to, you know, there will come a day, and unfortunately might not be very soon. But like, Pokemon is one of those franchises that's like, it's gonna stick around. It would take a big bad problem in the gaming land space to have like Pokemon go under. And even if it did, like someone else would buy out the rights. Like either Nintendo would buy out the rights, or like if Nintendo is part of what went under, Pokemon would just move to like PlayStation, you know? Like, no matter how you slice it, I don't think Pokemon's gonna go anywhere. It's just that we're gonna have to wait a while for the old guard to, like, you know, for lack of better terminology, die. And be outright replaced with people who are passionate about the series. People more around our age that, like, grew up with Pokemon and want to see better from it. And then they can actually do that because they're, like, skilled people who have skills and, like, can physically do that by like working on the game as like a programmer or like a character designer. But until then, for as long as the old guard is still around and allowed to be like, no, you're not allowed to actually make a good game. You just, you know, Pokemon is just a franchise that prints money. You just got to do the bare minimum and you get a bunch of money. For as long as those motherfuckers are still around, I'm gonna be... My expectations are gonna be at bedrock, and maybe, like, on a good day, they might get to about where coal spawns. But I don't have high hopes. You know what I mean? If they do go that high or beyond, I will be pleasantly surprised. But I can't say I at all expect it. I have to finish the pipe. I have to finish the pipe before I do. Oh, no ammo. Okay, well. I got enough nitro? I do. I'll put it right there.
Supplies are on the way.
Hello, pump. Oh, shit! I was like, where are they? They go the shortest route. The shortest route was not the way I came. You got me ranting. You got me ranting again. Like I said, I'm a man who, you know, you get me talking about something I'm passionate about, I'll just fucking go off, dude. I like Pokemon. I watched, I don't know what, possessed me, so to speak. But a while ago, I decided to watch the entirety of the Pokemon anime up to where it was, and at the time it was only like Sun and Moon. If I just grind these for long enough, Bosco will kill all the bugs. I don't have to do shit. And I loved it. You know, I enjoyed watching the anime. It was fun. It had highs and lows, but you know, in general, I think the Pokemon anime is actually a pretty good anime. You know, it was a good show, period. You know, they finally ended Ash's story, and I have yet to watch that. That was after I had decided to binge the entire anime up until that point. But, like, the anime... Like, they finally decided... You know, unlike the rest of the fucking Pokemon company... and all of its owners and people who are responsible for the franchise... The people in charge of the anime said, you know what? We're fucking tired of stagnation. And on one hand, I'm like, hell yeah! And on the other hand, I don't really give a shit about the current Pokemon series that they're doing, so maybe that was the bad take. That was the bad direction. Maybe when I do finish Ash's storyline, I'll start watching the new series too, but... At the current moment, I don't have that, I don't got that itch, so... Maybe there is a very good reason that they don't stray too far from the status quo, but I wish they would. I wish they would at least try. I would appreciate it. I feel like also, though, at this point, the Pokemon franchise is so stale that it's like... If they made a new Pokemon game and they called it as part of the mainline series, but it was, like, very different... You know, like, you weren't even collecting badges and whatnot. Kind of similar to the vein of Sun and Moon, but, like, even more different. If they did that and then called it a mainline game, nobody would believe them. People would be like, "That's, you can say that, but it's so different." You know, like, there's also a lot of precedent for that, unfortunately, at this juncture. It's like, how do you make a mainline Pokemon game that is, like, still mainline, but, like, different and interesting? I don't know if you can anymore. I think it's gotten to the point where it's like, you stray too much, and it's like, it's not a mainline Pokemon game anymore. I don't know, man. I don't know. Give me the ammo quick.
Ammo taken.
Quick. Oh. Where are the boys? You perish.
Weapon ready.
We're good.
Grabbing ammo.
All right, well, with any luck, I will actually be finishing this mission before midnight and a half o'clock my time.
The Morkite must flow.
Personally, I don't feel that Pokemon could ever get stale, and I could gladly replay Gen 1 through 5 forever, but then again, I'm a massive turn-based combat addict, so... I'm going to enter a deep slumber now, someone else says. All right, The Void, thanks for hanging out. The stream is probably going to end very soon. But, you know, you don't have to hang out for the next 15 minutes. I discourage that behavior. If you need to go to sleep now, go to sleep now. But yeah, I agree. I don't hate turn-based combat. I definitely am very interested in the in the footage I've seen of, like, I think something I will say about modern Pokemon is I like the precedent that Pokemon Legends Arceus set. Where, like, you got the main series games, and, like, for people that like turn-based games, like, if they can start making good turn-based Pokemon games, or maybe even if you think that they never stopped and you do like the modern games, I mean, good for you, but if they could crack on with the turn-based games and then off to the side still do, like, Pokemon Legends games, and those are where the real innovation happens, like, I'm okay with that, too. And, like, Pokemon Legends ZA actually looks like a Pokemon game I might pick up. Or at least I'll consider it a lot more than I ever did for Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet. And part of the reason for that is because of the non-turn-based nature of the combat in that game. At least some of it looks like it will be not turn-based. Or you can, you know, I think I don't remember who it was. One of the YouTubers that I watched that was covering it was like, you can now use the most broken Pokemon move, Dodge. It's like, yeah, that'll be fun, I think. That'll be interesting. Definitely something we've never seen before in Pokemon, at least not that I can recall. Again, I'm a man who's played Diamond, Leaf Green, Emerald, and Pokemon Coliseum. Those are the Pokemon games I've played in totality. If you want to split hairs, I played My Pokemon Ranch for the Wii, which is like an asset flip of what is it? Pokemon Rumble it was? Never played Pokemon Rumble, but I played its asset flip, and it was, I was very whelmed by it. For what it was, and what it was like a free thing that you could download. This is neat, I guess. You just get fucking weird little Pokemon Rumble-ass polygonal avatars every day. If you don't play the game one day, you'll boot it up next time and you'll get multiple of whatever Pokemon you get. If I were to play that fucking game now, it's been like 2 decades. It's not been 2 decades. I'm only 25. It's been a while. It's been at least a decade. Probably like closer to 15 years. I keep forgetting I'm an engineer. I should build I should build turrets to solve practical problems. Holy shit. Piss off. Fuck off, dude. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know, is code for me not remembering at all what I was talking about, and then I got distracted. And I still don't know what I was talking about. I just can't remember. Something... I like Pokemon, but I don't got high hopes for the current direction that Game Freak's taken the series. I like the little bit of, daring that they're going through when it comes to developing the Pokemon Legends sub-series as it is now. But, you know. Way to get me talking about Pokemon for like the last 30 minutes of stream. I say when I'm the one who brought it up by showing you the image of my favorite Pokemon. Oh shit. Probably don't need this pinned anymore. The funny part about that is I literally unpinned it. Maybe I'm weird for thinking this is funny, but I literally unpinned it as soon as I paused just then. But because there's a delay on stream, You're gonna see that I unpinned it, and then I'm gonna acknowledge it like 30 seconds later. Isn't that funny and quirky and a funny little side effect of technology? Just me? Only I think that? Okay. It's like weird time travel, right? Oh, okay. I'll shut up. Oh man, come on. Of course the pipe I'm next to is the one that's fine. Okay, cool, fine. This ends here. Okay. I'm surprised I can skate up that fucking vertical length of pipe, but you know, I'm not gonna complain about it. When Void left, I was like, I'm gonna be here for the next 15 minutes. At this rate, I'm gonna be here for another 15 minutes on top of how long I've already been here. So like, can we get the show on the road, please? Not that I'm desperate to be rid of you guys, but I was planning on being done with the stream by midnight my time, and we're already at 12:13. We are fast approaching that extra 15 minutes I was talking about. And I don't know if I'm gonna be beating this mission in the next 2 minutes. I mean, after I fix these pipes, it should go by pretty quickly, I think, but...
This pipeline is fixed, but there are more outstanding issues.
You know, I'm gonna say it. I don't know if this is my favorite mission type in this game anymore. It wouldn't have been so bad if I had realized I could zoom out the map and, like, see where the actual things were, instead of meandering around for, like, 40 minutes. It wouldn't have been so bad if I had remembered that I could do that. I got reminded of something I was going to talk about and then I didn't. Just by looking in chat. Ho ho, funny. When you engage with the members of chat, and the things... I was hoping the other one would have moved, but okay, very cool. When you engage with the members of chat and, like, what they say influences your talking points and the subjects that you bring up, it turns out that looking at chat can remind you of what you were going to talk about. It's crazy how that works. I'm not super in love with turn-based combat, I'm gonna be honest. I know, all of that fanfare for me to say that. That's the only thing I was gonna say. All of the me forgetting that I was going to talk about it, and then remembering, and then making a big show of me reading the chat like a good streamer, just to say that I don't know if I'm fully on board with turn-based combat. Like, you said that you're a turn-based combat addict. I don't think I could ever describe myself as that. I don't hate it, but like, addict? No. No, I wouldn't go that far. I don't even know if I'd go as far as to say I like it, because like I said, I'm kind of really intrigued by Pokemon Legends ZA having like the ability to dodge attacks like on command. You just have to like predict your enemy. I think that'll be really interesting to see. Set me on fire! Oh. I think I have to hang out for 2 minutes still, so this is great.
Well done.
This is grand. Tough. I don't think it was necessary to use one of those beams on him. I also just randomly remembered, you know, my memory is pretty bad. But like, you know, sometimes it comes to me later. And this is one of those instances. I'm pretty sure earlier I said that after this mission I would do like one more and I would like check on my build beforehand. I'm not doing any of that now, because like I said, this mission went on a lot longer than I really expected it to. And I don't feel the need to just be like, hey, this is my build and then end the stream, so... If I play this game again, and I think I would like to, just with like friends, at least one friend, maybe I'll play with viewers or something, I don't know. Then I can maybe show you the nitty-gritty of my build, if you care I'm not exactly a pro at this game, so my build is probably nothing to write home about, but you know. I need to take one of these pipes and get that ammo that I had dropped near the pipe. I don't think it's this pipe. No, I know it's not this pipe. This pipe just goes into the little pit from the start of the mission.
Rocket here, Bosco!
Good rocket, Bosco. Bless. Where, oh where?
Minus 2 minutes.
Oh! Oh, I'm an idiot! I need to get to the extraction. That's not, I have to survive for 2 minutes. That's, the mission is going to end and leave without me in 2 minutes. Oh, well, I'll just leave then. You guys underestimate the sheer kind of idiot I am. This broke my pipe? Oh, it's literally right next to the thing I put down. Oh. Oh, I'm a goofy goober, aren't I? I went the exact wrong way for the exit.
Retrieving escape pod.
Alright, mission terminated! I don't think I killed 10 fleas. Fuck! Doesn't count, guys. Doesn't count. I am very well aware that I am the minority that plays RPGs to be challenged. So I always play on set mode with no healing items allowed when I play Pokemon. Yeah, like I said, I'm the kind of guy who, like, Eevees, Ivies, I thought Eevee was a Pokemon that could evolve into Jolteon. Like, I don't know how any of that shit works. In my brain, Growl is a useless move. Why would you Growl when you can just tackle? Growl doesn't do any damage. And like when I played Persona 5, which is the only Persona game I've ever played, the whole reason I started playing it wasn't because of the turn-based JRPG mechanics. It was straight up, yeah, it is Dr. Robotnik, I know. Also, hi Cord, how you doing? I showed everybody not only my Pokemon sheet, but also yours. You got your favorite Pokemon docs live on stream and you weren't even here for it, I'm sorry. I just figured I was showing mine. I was like, I don't know. I also linked in chat so other people could do it. So I was just like, okay, here's mine. Here's the link in chat, so if you want to do it, you can do it. And just because I'm here and I have the image, I'm going to show my friends. Why Growl when you can have Umbreon, Confuse Ray, and Screech so my Hitmontop can get Red Snorlax into KO range instead? You see, in my book, Confuse Ray, also a useless move. It don't even work all the time. You know what works all the time? Punch. Punch in the goddamn face. I might have to check out Pokemon Legends ZA. I don't know if I'll stream it. I fucking... Cord, since you're here, do you remember when I think I got Let's Go Pikachu because I'm a good friend and obviously both of us enjoy Eevee quite a lot and Pikachu's a basic bitch. So you got Let's Go Eevee and I got Let's Go Pikachu and I just like never played that game. You remember when we did that? I said earlier that the only Pokemon games I've played are presumably in the order I played them. Fucking Diamond, Coliseum, Leaf Green, and Emerald. Let's Go Pikachu is not on that list, even though I own it. Maybe I'll have to play that on stream. How does that sound? I've heard Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee is actually pretty fucking good. Unlike Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which everything I see about those games is people fucking hate them. You 100%'d Let's Go Eevee? I assume that you had to trade somebody else who had a copy of Let's Go Pikachu. Since the whole scheme that we concocted where we got the opposite versions to do that definitely didn't happen on my end. I like Pokemon, I'm just not a big diehard Pokemon fan. And I started saying it earlier and then I got distracted by my friend joining chat. You know, when I played Persona 5, I didn't play it because I wanted turn-based combat. I saw the other half of Persona 5, which was like going on dates with anime girls and like having blue-haired anime man paint you like one of his French girls, and I was like, hell yeah. The social links are what I want. Fuck the rest of the game. So I, you know, and then, you know, the turn-based combat in Persona 5, pretty good. You know, I didn't hate it. I finished the game. One of the few games I finished. So, you know, if between those two game mechanics, they were both good enough to actually get my dumb ass to finish the game, that's saying a lot. That happened in month 3 of the pandemic. Yeah, I'm a little late to the Pokemon Let's Go train, aren't I?
Damn!
Yikes. A big yikes from me, dog. Yeah, you know. You better believe I'm one of those people who spent a huge chunk of their playthrough in the Velvet Room cooking to fuse the nastiest personas around. See, what I did is I followed a guide. And not for like, I didn't follow the guide that's like, this is how you play the game day by day perfectly so you can 100% it in one playthrough. I played the game normally, but when it came to fusing personas, I was like, I need a guide for this. What am I working towards? I don't want to be in the dark on this. I want to have good personas. I want to be able to play the game well. By the way, I pulled the Maractus IR from Journey Together yesterday. I assume that is a Pokemon TCG expansion that is newer, and I am not familiar with IR something rare. Good job, man. As I've discussed earlier this stream, I fucking love Maractus. I knew I liked Maractus, and then I did I guess if we're going to talk about Pokemon a little bit before I properly end stream, I'll bring this back onto the image. I knew that I liked Maractus, but I didn't know Maractus was like my favorite Pokemon until I did some of these quizzes. Illustration rare. Back in my day, Cord, back when I was a kid and like was probably the most into Pokemon cards, you had common, rare, you know, had common, uncommon, rare, and then like very rare, which I guess is just rare cards, but they were hollow. And sometimes you had reverse hollows. The like full arts, illustration rares, secret rares, rainbow full arts, all that shit. I have a few Pokemon cards by some of those descriptions. They mean nothing to me. That's not true. It's just, you know, I'm a lot less familiar with those, so. Yeah, once again, here's my favorite Pokemon thing that I did. I can maybe read off. Yeah. Here's like some of my top Pokemon. Wow, look at this PNG. Wow, it didn't heal me. Make it no. Hold the fuck on. It's already plenty big, but now it's part of the principle. There we go. Then a pick in our Discord? Excellent. These are according to the tier list that my friend sent me, Cord sent me. These are like my top, what is that, 16? Yeah, these are like my top 16 Pokemon. As you can see here, and you know, I would maybe even argue that like all of the evolutions, like as you can see here, Glaceon, Leafeon, Flareon, you can basically imagine that all of the other evolutions would be like runner-ups. But like Maractus, I fucking love Ogerpon. Ogerpon is the best goddamn thing they've done in like the past 5 years for Pokemon. And then you got a bunch of fucking cute Pokemon. You got fucking Mimikyu, who... not conventionally cute, I guess, but I like Mimikyu. Fucking Lileep, dude. Breaks in as, like, top-tier Pokemon design. I'm one of those people that thinks that Delphox... I don't hate Delphox, but they kind of ruined Breaksin with the Delphox evolution. They should have just done this, but more. Come on, guys. I fucking love Glaceon, though. Probably my favorite evolution. Leafeon's up there. Ironically introduced in the same generation. Which I think... wasn't that Diamond and Pearl generation that they introduced Glaceon and Leafeon? So I guess I do just have some nostalgia for the first Pokemon games that I played, but... you sent a pic in our Discord, so I am going to, as the last thing I do before I end stream, I'm going to dox you again. And I'm gonna get this pic and I'm gonna show it on stream because if it's a good card, I want to share it. Also, I assume you didn't like take a real picture of it. You just got a picture from online. If I know you, so I'm not really doxing shit. Fuck off, Discord. Fuck off, Discord. Sure, I'll do you to light theme because I hate myself. Oh yeah, you sure did. Holy shit, this is adorable. God damn it. Now you're making me jealous. Very funny card name. Ends PP up. About 60% of the Pokemon player base when they see N, they're like, man, my PP up. That was a bad joke. I'll shut up now. Did I not download this card? No, I did. All that fanfare for this. I gotta increase the size of this fucking image too, because it's fucking microscopic. It's gonna lower the quality, of course, but like you'll actually be able to see it, for the love of God. That is a fucking cute Maractus card. I like it. I will say, if we're gonna get nitpicky, a little low resolution for my... if we're gonna get nitpicky, like, it's cute and I like it. But if I may bully the artist for just a second, I don't know if I'm a giant fan of, like, the simple geometric shape cards. I think the holy grail for me would be a Maractus clay card, because I do like the clay cards. Just because I think that's fun, if nothing else. That is a good fucking card. If we're going to get nitpicky, it's cute and I like it. That's basically me, though. If we're going to fucking get all nitpicky and split hairs, I still really like it. But I could like it more if it was like almost the exact same but a little different. Motherfuckers, when they refuse to give anything a 10 out of 10, they're like, it can't be a fucking 10 out of 10. That's not possible. And it's like, if the highest you're ever going to give anything is a fucking 9.9 out of 10, like, why do you go to 10 out of 10, bro? Start rating things out of 9.9. Like, you gotta use it sometimes. It don't matter if something could be higher, then they're just both 10 out of 10s. I don't know, man. Sometimes it's not that serious. Alright. I am going to end the stream. It was fun. I will probably try to stream more. I say with my fingers crossed behind my back. Now, hopefully I should be able to, but again, I am trying to work a little more seriously on finishing my new video. And I suppose time that I spend streaming is time I can't work on the videos, so... I'll try to stream more often than once every 3 weeks, but I sure the fuck don't plan on streaming every day. Which never was the plan, but you know. I'll see you guys again soon. TM. But not like Skyrim Todd Howard soon TM. Sooner than that. Soon squared TM.